I Got the Hell Out does contain explicit content that might not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that listeners at work put your earbuds in if you have coworkers around.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, hopefully with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. You can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. You can follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore after each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com.
Hi guys, it's Deb.
And Laura.
And I guess the red button's rolling.
We're recording.
Okay, well, it's, we go from a drinking episode to an early morning coffee episode.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I don't know what to do with you half of the time.
Hey, I have stuff going on.
We all have stuff going on. Do you know that?
I just happen to have my stuff going on early, unfortunately.
Anyway, good morning, guys. A very, very early morning. How is everybody? Not that I can hear you answer.
Hey, you forgot your welcome to an episode of...
Oh, shit, I did. Hi, guys, it's Deb.
Laura.
And it's another wonderful episode of I Got the Hell Out.
Oh, this is going to go great.
We are the shit show.
And it's early.
And it's very early. I haven't even had enough coffee yet, and I was 5 minutes late getting here.
Well, what's in your big jug?
Coffee.
Oh, so okay.
It has not gotten from the jug into my stomach yet.
Gotcha.
And from my stomach into my veins.
Brain, into your brain.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
a process. You know how it goes.
Gotcha. What's the Kool-Aid recipe?
This comes from an ex-member, Nora.
Mm-hmm.
Purple robes.
Okay.
Okay, it's 3 ounces of vodka, 4 ounces of purple grape juice, 4 ounces of grape or black cherry juice.
Okay.
Okay. Grape or black cherry Kool-Aid.
I was just like, where in the hell's the Kool-Aid? Okay.
Too early. Half ounce of cranberry juice and a half ounce of simple syrup, and you stir that all up and serve it over ice and wait for word of the purple robes.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Isn't it though? I have that in pending posts. I thought I had it. No. I have that in screenshots, not pending posts. So, anybody who asks to get into the Facebook group, like I said, things are getting kind of sketchy. There's 3 pending members now that I haven't let in. But there was one named Matthew. He wanted in, and he had one of them sketchy pages. And he private messaged me on Messenger, and I let him in. So,
good.
Anybody out there who got sketchy looking shit, because Facebook, you can set the privacy to where you can't even find the person. You could set yourself, Laura, to be hidden. So you don't even pop up. If I put your name in, then it goes up in increments until like everything you have is public.
Right.
So, okay, what are we going to talk about?
Tell me.
Thanksgiving's coming up. Everybody have a wonderful holiday.
Yep, whether you're with family, friends, hanging out by yourself.
But you realize we're actually celebrating the genocide of the indigenous people on this continent.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started. Yeah.
So,
I just like to view it as being thankful for family and friends and looking at it that way.
Again, another tragedy in life that America turns around and says, hey, let's celebrate. If anybody out there look into the dark history of Thanksgiving, please. And Derek C. Love him. Love this dude.
All right. What'd Derek say?
It's not what Derek said. It's the picture that Derek sent.
Okay. Let me see it.
I'm laying on the couch the other night, and I'm trying to do a little bit for, the show coming up. And he just simply titles this, I Sense the Presence of Bullshit and Fear-Mongering. Okay?
What is that?
That's the exit off of 603. Yeah, to get to Cultyville. He's driving past Cultyville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, talk about blast from the past of I knew what the picture was before as soon as I saw it.
Did your heart start beating and holy hell?
Well, it was just like a heart stopped beating for a second. Yeah. But yeah, that's the exit you take, and
you just drive by and wave.
Well, that's not actually their
man.
building on that picture. I may actually post this. I have to think about it.
Okay.
There's too much GPS crap that you can put a picture in and it shows where it was taken and stuff. Yeah, thanks for the flashback, dude. It was great.
It's like, thanks for the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't keep up on celebrity stuff, do you?
If it like comes through on Twitter, I do. That's where I get my news.
You get your news on Twitter.
I do.
I get my news
I get the headlines. That's all that's all you really need are headlines.
Okay. I kind of had to look some of this up but churches and other organizations, they all have control in some kind of way. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I actually thought this was a joke at first, but Kane West was having Sunday service at...
Kanye?
I don't know. Kane.
Kanye?
I don't know. Look like Kane to me.
You don't know who Kanye West is?
Hell no. And the world is laughing at me, aren't they?
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't give a shit who the Kardashians are.
Oh,
I don't give
a
shit about most of them out there.
Could you imagine watching their show?
You couldn't pay me to watch it.
Me neither.
I'd need a barf bag.
I would rather watch paint dry, I swear to God.
Okay, anyway, I have no idea who he is. Obviously, I can't even pronounce his name. Glad I could make you happy. He
He's
was
supposed to become the super Christian.
Yeah, there was this like purple billboard neon thing, you know.
He was
anyway
preaching with Joel Osteen.
It's Joel. Oh,
yes.
We don't give last names here.
Sorry.
Hey,
if I knew how to beep it out, I would.
You know what? It's been a long time since we made a mistake.
Let's not.
High five.
Let's not
Quiet
jinx
high five.
it. Let's not jinx it.
Anyway, Joel's O's Plays was hosting Kanye.
There we go.
Can I just call him Kane? Anyway, it required tickets. You had to have tickets.
And you know what? I wonder how much they charged for them.
Okay. Now,
does it say?
No.
Because you know what? I guarantee they charged, and I guarantee you that money did not go to a charity. I guarantee it went right into Joel's pocket.
Okay, now here's the next article from another source that I trust. Mm-hmm. Kanye takes his Jesus is King tour to Houston prisons to help the inmates find Jesus.
Okay. What else?
Now, here's one that hit me, and I'm like thinking, what the hell is all of this leading up to? Mm-hmm. Now, I've often heard that the entertainment industry is a very dark place, down to child prostitution, pornography, and everything. This came from another trusted source of mine, and as you can see, he's standing on stage with Joel. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Kanye literally just told the entire Lakewood Church on live TV this morning to protect your kids because the entertainment industry puts images and symbolism in their movies and TV shows to make them stop thinking for themselves and make it easier for them to accept everything they watch. Nobody clapped. So Kanye stood there for another 2 to 3 seconds and then said, "Y'all can go research that." Kanye just told people to protect their kids and do some research on Hollywood symbolism. And this was written by, I'm going to get it wrong, Blasey Foret.
Okay.
Every celebrity that I know of that has spoken out about the bad things going on in life.
They get laughed at. They get
deaded.
ridiculed.
They get suicided.
They get deaded.
Look anybody that tries to speak out against this stuff. But I actually thought it was kind of brilliant to get himself up on Joel O's stage and to say basically the entertainment industry is stealing your children and making it the normal.
Open your eyes, people. Yeah. That's amazing he did that. Kudos to him.
Well, let's see how long he lives. Kudos. But I found that interesting because the church platforms, they use them to push their agenda. Do you see what I'm saying?
Who uses, what do you mean by you and them? Who?
The churches and the cults.
Okay. Use the entertainment industry?
They use anything they can.
Oh, okay.
And the entertainment industry is no different than joining a cult or a church. That's a big club me and you are never going to be in, other than what we're doing now.
Right. Oh, we're so big.
And we're not going to be walking the red carpet. We're not being hobnobbing with the other stars. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know, but that's amazing he said that.
And on the opposite spectrum of that, okay, I read this and I thought of my kids, okay? My parents were in a cult called The Way while I was growing up. They met just after they had both joined. So for the first 12 years of my life, it was all I knew and what I knew as normal.
This is Kanye.
No, this is
somebody else.
This is someone who escaped a cult called The Way.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So on the opposite end of it, when you're born into this, it's normal.
Well, yeah,
And
you
they
don't know
make
anything else.
Everything on the outside bad. They're going to hurt you. They are the ones that are going to rape you, use you.
When meanwhile, what you're in
is actually the evil part
Yeah.
of it. But for all the kids that were born out there, that was normal for them. Do you know what I mean? And in another related news article, okay, nearly 400 children rescued and 348 adults arrested in Canadian child pornography bust. Among those arrested were 40 school teachers, 9 doctors and nurses, 6 law enforcement personnel, 9 pastors and priests, and 3 foster parents. That's another news article.
Oh my God. Wow.
It's everywhere. And by the way, Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh, no kidding.
I often wonder how high this goes. Maybe that's why there's not anything really being done about what goes on in these cults. Maybe they're protected. I don't know.
Well, look at this. A brewery. Look at the brewery printed on the bottom of cans.
I saw that.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
On the bottom of beer cans,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, he didn't just...
Anyway, we're not going to dwell on that. All I'm trying to say is it's everywhere, and I don't understand how it is allowed to go on other than...
Because of the powers that be and the people with all the money...
Who put the psychopaths in
let it.
charge? Really?
I have no idea. And when did they get in charge?
I don't know, but I did want to say kudos to Kanye, even though I thought his name was Kane.
So, yeah, if you're listening, Kanye, because we know you are, right?
Maybe he'd get a kick out of it, too. Anyway. But we all know who this is. Leah Remini. She won the IDA's New Truth to Power Award for her Scientology series. For speaking out.
Yep.
Everybody, you got a story to tell. You need to tell it. You never know who it's going to help.
Right.
In all seriousness. Janie L. shared with me a group that you can get in touch with. They're called Liberation Point, and you can find them at liberationpoint.org.
What do they do?
They help people get out. They help you transition. Just like the one that was born into a cult for 12 years.
Is it transition like from anything, like jail?
It's transition from like a homeschooling abusive life, from being in a cult.
Okay.
And it's non-religious. Here, let me see if I can find this, because why should I be able to find it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's it called again?
Liberation Point, and you can find them at liberationpoint.org.
Okay.
Now, where did I have that? You know, why can't I ever find anything I need?
Because you want to find it. That's why. Like if we weren't recording, it would pop up right away.
Yeah. You know it would, right?
Your eyes are like scrambling all over your phone.
I don't know. Anyway, I can't find it, so it's just going to have to suffice. Do you know what I mean? Albums. Go back to albums, dang it. Nope.
That's all right.
Not there.
Okay. Moving on.
And moving on. What else do we have? Shall we head off to pending posts?
Sure.
Why not? Oh, by the way, do you remember we all used to drink Mad Dog 2020?
I never did.
Did you know people who did?
I knew what it was.
Shout out to everybody, in your teens who, got drunk to Mad Dog 2020.
What about it?
It's actually Mogan David.
Really?
Yeah.
There was like who knew?
Mogan David makes it, and I don't know who named it Mad Dog at what point in
Oh my
life,
God.
but yeah. Just shatter some more things.
Random facts.
Random facts. And thank you to everybody who gave us the Pierogiosauruses.
Those are adorable. Like for a kid's party, those would be so cute.
They would.
Wouldn't they?
They would. Angela shared this meme with us, and I meant to give it back. Kanye is leading thousands to Christ, and so was Jim Jones.
Oh, that meme, I think. Remember how you were asking where was that from?
Yeah,
I
the
think
kitty
it's from
cat.
some like Real Housewives of
Like something I
whatever.
would actually know.
Something that like I don't think either one of us would watch.
No. Gabrielle M says, I appreciate you addressing suicide. I have a friend who seems to have a happy marriage and live in a nice life who just lost her wealthy, successful husband to suicide this weekend. It was totally unexpected. I turned to my husband when I heard that and asked him if he was okay. We have been going through a lot like everyone does, but no matter how good something looks on paper, it isn't in real life. No matter how good or bad things are, mental illness can and will kill. It's true that listening to anybody's bullshit is better than going to their funeral. Of course, sometimes they need professional help, but being there for someone is a start.
Yep.
So, Gabrielle, thank you very much for addressing that. What else? And Jer, you didn't kill off the Kool-Aid recipes. I just freaking hate winter.
What was that about?
He didn't mean to kill off the Kool-Aid recipes with winter is coming.
Oh, that one recipe. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you all for all of the Kool-Aid recipes that you did send. They're in a queue now, so.
The Kool-Aid queue.
Kool-Aid queue. Okay. And I had to share this one too. And you meet such a nice guy or whatnot, and you think there has to be a catch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Oh, no catch. God just brought us together for a reason." And I always think, there's the catch.
I thought you were going to say something about like red flags.
Oh,
God.
God.
There's so many red flags.
Hold on.
Drink that coffee.
Stifle that
Did you ever see those memes where they're talking about like red flags? Like there were so many red flags I could wear a scarf. Oh my God, what do you...
Hi guys, just a short choking episode.
Sorry about that. And depending on how we edit, you might get some of Debbie's hacking. I don't know.
Apparently I turned purple and horrified Laura.
Yeah, I thought you were going to die, but here we are.
Just that tickle on the back of your throat.
I hate when that happens.
And you start choking and you just can't stop. Anyway, back to pending posts.
All right.
Mel S. wrote back to us. I put out there if anybody thought about how music could hypnotize you into stuff. That was episode 91. And she says, "Oh, hell yes. At least in my opinion, it is or can be a form of indoctrination. At least in my former denomination, they started out kids with choruses. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Some were written to existing tunes, so even now if I hear the heart and soul ditty people play on the piano, the lyrics my church used will pop into my head. Lyrics and music together can get buried really deep. It's why they argue so strongly against listening to secular rock music, because music transcends. There can be deep messages in music." So, yeah, back many years, you could go to a music bookstore and they'd show you a chart. Your kid likes Metallica? Well, here's a band that sounds similar but has safer lyrics. People who were opposed to the rhythm beat of rock music would compromise if it meant finding music they thought their kids would listen to with more agreeable lyrics. So, and she also mentioned that they're using the ASL sign language for applause instead of clapping. Don't get me started on triggering. So, apparently music can be used too. Tom Petty, okay, Running Down a Dream.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that song, I am singing the lyrics "Running Out of Beer" from DVE. Because I'm running out of beer.
I remember that. Oh
Plan
my God.
to get trashed today. Working up a mighty thirst. Another keg's on the way.
Oh my God, I'm
running
having major
out of
flashbacks.
beer.
Holy crap.
And I sing the lyrics to that every single time.
How can you not?
Oh, I'm telling you. And hi, Tom Petty. He's listening to us from above.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Hey, I was at his concert.
Do you know it was, I think, 28 years ago today, Freddie Mercury died.
And the dude from AC/DC died this week. I don't remember.
Bon Scott?
I don't know.
I think it's Bon Scott.
Anyway. I'm just going to prove this. Cults can do terrible things. Jonestown and the Mind Control cult of Jim Jones, a survivor story. This is a survivor telling what happened to them.
What is it, a documentary or a book? Or
it's from freedomofmind.com. It's just the link that's you can go in. The very first picture is gruesome. I will tell you that. And let's see. Oh, remember I told you that they would give you vouchers during the feast?
Because you couldn't use
money vouchers.
Because you couldn't use real money. Right?
Yeah, I'm going to have to blur this face out, but I'm going to show you.
Is it with Little Man's face?
Oh, this one's different. Trust me. Okay.
What could be better than Little Man on the face of their money?
Oh, my God.
Let me see.
Hold on. With a rainbow over him.
Oh, jeez.
And it says...
So it says, the cult prepaid voucher.
Non-refundable. Because, see, they put the dash where the able is.
Because they couldn't make the font smaller.
Right. Non-refundable receipt for available stock. So that could be anything.
Gotcha. $5.
$5 value, expiration date, Jesus' Memorial 2017 at sunset. Sabbath days only.
So it's sunset, it's no longer good.
Yeah, you can't use it. So how much of this pre-printed money has expired? That it's free money for them.
Oh, yeah.
I have a couple dollars worth of that shit back at, my house from the day, okay?
Take it to a store and see if they'll take it.
They're not gonna take it.
Come on. I'm just to see their expression.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Come on now. But anyway, I was talking to this ex-member, and she says every feast they made different ones so the people couldn't print their own. Then they started initialing them because I guess people were printing their own.
Oh my gosh.
And apparently she says there's a theft and fraud issue out there. Imagine that.
Gee, go figure.
That people would actually be,
Well, couldn't you just initial the one that you fraudulently make?
I'm pretty sure you just have to find a black pen, a blue pen, a pink pen, whatever they use. I wonder if they're smart enough to go and get like a special color green pen or something.
Or something, yeah.
Probably not.
No.
She actually said that she used to buy $400 in vouchers.
Whoa.
Every feast for her and her family.
Wow.
Just in vouchers. Okay.
And I wonder how much of that expired. Probably a bunch.
How much of it somebody left and it just went with them? How much of it got ruined or accidentally dropped and squashed into the ground? Free money.
God.
Free money. She did eventually drop down to $200 when it became Sabbath only that you could spend it.
Oh, not the feast.
Well, you had to spend it at the feast.
But only on the Sabbath.
Only on the Sabbath. And the last great day is always considered a Sabbath day, a high holy day.
Okay.
So she would have to make sure all of the vouchers were spent before sunset that night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got to use it all up or else you don't get to use it anymore.
And he's just loving life, like when the amount that's not used.
Oh, I'm sure. And the prices out there are so inflated for everything.
Well, because you have no choice.
Exactly.
You have no choice but to buy it at that price.
If he said wipe your ass with nothing but blue toilet paper and they sold it for $5 a roll,
you have no choice.
They'd constantly be sold out. Constantly sold out. So, yeah. And, I mean, seriously, how much money are they making on everything?
Shit ton.
And most of it's cash. You have to remember that most of it is going to be cash. So, anyway.
Oh, little man.
Little man. I am friends with someone in one of our groups, and It was, I guess, I can't remember the day he said. National Remembrance of Transgender Day. Because, like, last year, 300 and some transgender people were killed just
because they're
of who they are.
Right.
And I find it appalling that there are 12 countries on this planet that you can just kill somebody for
Who they are.
For holding hands with the wrong person, loving the wrong person. I just want to pull my hair out, Laura. But Tom, he put a candle on his Facebook page and wrote, "It's an ugly world when we don't allow folks to exist in peace. These beautiful people simply want to live their lives. If you feel someone existing bothers you, ask yourself this. Does the person stop me from living, paying my bills, working? Chances are no. You may not agree, and that's your problem. Hurting someone simply for being who they are or because of their body parts tell me there is something wrong with you. So to my trans brothers and sisters, you are loved." And I can't believe we're about to go into 2020 and have to argue about
Letting
gay,
people just be who
lesbian, bi. Yes. And it really bothers me, Laura. You know, if you don't like weed, don't smoke it. If you don't like alcohol, don't drink it. If you don't like gay marriage, don't get one.
they are. Right.
How do these things affect you? That's like you hating me for eating a donut because you're on a diet.
Right. I don't know. There's just like so many things to say about that shouldn't have to be said.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't hate people for who they are.
No, you just can't.
Just as you wouldn't want to be hated for who you are.
Exactly.
You know, it's just the whole do unto other things, you know.
Yeah, but a lot of people ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
Majority of people aren't.
The majority of people aren't. I did find Liberation Point. It's an independent, non-political, non-religious safe haven established with the intent of providing assistance to young adults and families who are transitioning out of controlled groups and closed communal environments. We offer counseling, guidance, and support to those in search of a new life of freedom in mainstream society.
That's awesome. So that could even be something like an abusive relationship.
It's anything.
Anything at all. Oh,
Anything.
That's awesome.
And off the subject real quick, I had to have a giggle because our, reunion's coming up.
Oh, the one that was like, what, $75 for 2 drinks?
Yeah, and appetizers.
Okay.
That's supposed to be happening this Friday. Mm-hmm. Out of a class of 317 people are going. But somebody did give me an idea that I was going to do, and I'm going to be all disappointed if it doesn't happen.
What? You're going to go?
I'm going to go, and I'm going to set my van up right there in the parking lot, right by the doors. Okay?
Sell alcohol cheaper?
No!
What?
I'm going to get a battery-operated string of Christmas lights, and I'm going to get a lawn chair.
You're going to sit there?
I'm going to sit there in my electric chair that they nominated me for.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I thought so, too.
That is great.
And have a beer, or two, and watch everybody go in.
Have, like, a cooler of beer, and then, like, people that you like.
I don't think I can do that legally.
Then come over and just, like, have a beer with you and chat, and that way you don't have to pay the money for the reunion.
Anyway,
I guess you don't like that.
Here's where the other giggle came in. Guess what day I graduated? June 13th. What's that number?
Oh, no, you didn't.
I did. Tuesday, June 13th, 1989.
Wow.
There's that 613 again.
See, you didn't even know it back then.
No.
You were doomed.
I was doomed from the beginning.
Doomed.
I was doomed from the actual beginning. And our Canadian friends, do you actually go outside when it's really cold and pour maple syrup in the snow and wait for it to get sticky and hard and put it on sticks and roll it up and eat it?
I've heard of that.
I gotta try that. Come on.
It has to be real maple syrup, probably. None of that Aunt Jemima crap.
No Aunt Jemima crap. No Aunt Jemima crap. And, people spend an insane amount of time wondering if they're doing things right. Mm-hmm. Okay? I want you to all stop wondering if you're doing things right because you're doing the best you can. And that's being as right as you can be.
Right.
Okay? Laura, you got something to read today?
I found, well, first of all, I got an invitation to have a Jehovah's Witness person come to visit me.
No way.
Got it in the mail. And I got a nice little pamphlet that says, "What is the kingdom of God?"
Okay.
And let's see, on the back it says I can fill out my name and address and all that stuff. And it says, with a little box to check, "Please send someone to visit me."
Oh my gosh, I think you should do that.
Why? I don't want them to come to my house. I don't answer the door for people I know.
I think you should
people I don't know.
have them have a home visit and have me here, and I will like biblically duel them. It'll be fun.
Oh my God, a Bible duel.
A Bible duel.
A Bible duel.
Because I remember I've read the Bible. I spent 10 years there. I know a lot of the shit that's, in Hebrew and things that go back into,
Can you speak Hebrew? That'd be great.
Hell no. I could pretend.
Could you imagine if you just started spewing like scripture verses?
I can say, Kia. That was my...
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know.
Well, I do know the Greek and the Hebrew for, everything in the Bible, because it's Jeremiah, not Jeremiah.
Okay.
It's Matithia, not Matthew.
See, I wonder if they know
It's
that.
Miriam, not Mary. They're all different names.
How about this? How about we fill out your name and address?
Oh, hell no.
And we have them come to your house. Oh, you want them to come to mine?
I already ruined 2 Jehovah's Witnesses
Well,
that come to my house.
Do some more.
But I want to do it at your house.
No, hell no. We'll do it. I want to fill it out with your name and
No,
address.
I don't think so. You're evil. Keep reading.
So when they show up, you'll know who to thank.
Thanks.
Okay, so this is from one of their newsletters. No, one of their magazines. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think it's a monthly magazine.
The cult, not the
cult.
Jehovah
Oh,
people.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's backtrack here. Not the Jehovah Witnesses, the cult.
Right.
Yes. And the title of this article says, "The Bible Forbids God Worship."
Yes.
Now, hang on here. We got to dissect this little title because it's using God with a capital G. So that would mean God with a capital G, according to them, would mean like
the God.
The God.
The right God.
God, the wrong God would be a lowercase g, right?
Right.
So
it's always lowercase because
it's not the one you're worshiping.
Right.
So this should be a lowercase g, but then it goes back to their editing, which they don't.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
They try real hard though, Laura.
They don't
Come
even
on.
try, Debbie.
They have
don't even
to.
Try. I mean, if they tried, there'd be at least some punctuation littered throughout the sentences. Even if it was incorrect, it would be there.
Well, we did have that one that I read that had all the semicolons in it.
Okay, that was an attempt.
They found the semicolon button in.
They just didn't know where to put it.
They just put it everywhere. Keep reading.
Okay, so they are talking about how a lot of Christian religions worship on Sunday when it should be Saturday.
Okay.
Okay, it says, "There is nothing in the King James Version that tells you to worship on the first day of the week. The Roman Catholic Vatican is the one commanding you to keep Sunday instead of the fourth commandment. The 10 Commandments tell you to rest on the seventh day. That is the day called, quote, Saturday in the Roman Catholic calendar." Okay?
Yeah.
Then it gives a bunch of scripture, I guess, telling you why you should be worshiping on Saturday. Did you know that the word Vatican means divining serpent?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that? Seriously?
Yeah.
According to what?
Everything I've studied, Laura.
No, but I mean, is it Greek? Is it Latin?
I don't remember.
Or did he pull that out of his ass?
I couldn't tell you. I just remember hearing it.
Okay. Vatican means the divining serpent. The word Vatican literally means...
Oh, there's a room in the Vatican that there's a gold throne. Mm-hmm. And the way
there's a lot of gold.
Way the ceiling comes up, I'll have to find the picture for you. It's a giant serpent head with fangs on it in the architecture. It's going to come down and eat the Pope.
Maybe that's the divining serpent.
I
got nothing. I don't know.
I'm telling you, there's symbolism
here it is.
in everything.
Here it is. Here they're breaking down the word.
Oh, okay.
So it's derived from vatis, V-A-T-I-S, which means diviner or diviner, and can equals serpent. How can the word can equal serpent?
I don't know. Maybe they're using that
Maybe some
Demetria
like
shit.
Latin. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Vatican City and St. Peter's Basilica were built on the ancient pagan site called in Latin, oh, here we go, Vaticanus Collis, which means hill or mountain of prophecy. Then it says Google search under Vatican meaning.
Okay.
The Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, cannot give you eternal life. That reward comes only from God.
Exactly.
Sunday is the name the Roman Catholic Vatican chose to call the first day of the week. Sunday is used in honor of the sun god Baal. Sunday was named after a god, and each time you use that name, you are speaking the name of a god. Again, uppercase G.
Yes.
Because why would we get that correct? In fact, you pay homage to the sun god, Baal, when you keep Sunday instead of the seventh day Sabbath.
Well, see, that's what we were always taught, is because we were special. We were doing the actual Sabbath day. Nobody else's prayers were being heard.
So the Vatican equals...
The Vatican equals a lot of things.
You know what? Don't get me started on the Vatican, because...
They're an entire walled city.
I've never been there, but the amount of money that they have... I mean, could you imagine if they used all of the money they have and sold all of their expensive paintings and the gold and whatever, we would not have world poverty. Or it would be very much diminished.
We don't even need money to stop world poverty. Money is a thing that's made by man.
Right, but what I'm saying though is, I mean, gold is not going to feed a person. But if you sell it and get money for it, you could take that money and you could feed a hell of a lot of people. Yes, you could. Which I don't see them doing.
They're priests whenever, and see, I'm not out to bash religion. I'm just saying this goes on everywhere, and the Catholic Church has been hiding the fact of, molestation of kids for years.
And I was raised Catholic.
And it is put under the carpet. And I watched a TV show last night, a drama, but this guy, he wasn't a priest, but he targeted the at-risk kids that didn't have a dad at home, and he buddied up to them and made them feel special. And it's not just the first time the kid's in the room with you rip his clothes off,
you groom them.
Yes. And that's
just
I think sick. It's every religion, because out in the cult, girls are taught what their role is. They're taught what's expected of them. They're taught to make the soap, wash the dishes, cook, clean.
And how do you know any different? If that's all that's been drilled into your head, you don't know any different.
Exactly. My own children at times were unsure of what to do when we got out, because we were not allowed to go to a public playground at some point, okay?
Because they weren't allowed to mingle with other kids?
That, and the playground equipment is unclean.
Oh, geez.
Other things. And I remember they didn't know how to play tag. They wanted to play with the kids.
But they didn't know the games.
They didn't know the game.
Gosh.
And simple things like that. We, of course, couldn't have any milk products outside of the cult, whether you had your own cow, you bought from somebody else, or the cult. And ice cream cones, they didn't know how to eat a simple ice cream cone.
Oh my gosh.
And by the time, you're 5 and 7, you should know how to eat an ice cream cone without the entire thing either falling off of the cone.
Or melting everywhere.
Or melting completely down, because you're just licking one side, because you don't know to keep going around.
Right.
And so when you're born into these things, you know no different. And I feel so bad for all of the kids out there that I know are still there. They're now adults, but that's all they've ever known. And when you're taught the world is out to get you, they're the ones that are going to rape you, murder you, take advantage of you. They want to poison you. All these thoughts are in your head. And again, it's not like flipping a switch. You cannot just shut all these thoughts off. You have to realize, I ate the food today and didn't die. Someone was nice to me for no reason. This is normal life. And I'm happy that there's organizations out there that will, and people are able to find them. Because I had a hard time really transitioning out of there. Down to, I owned cult clothing when I left. And, you go to buy something to wear and your brain's going, you can't wear that. And the other half of your brain is going, but I want to wear that. And a lot of times you just put it back. And food, what you can eat and what you can't eat, it just is shoved in your brain. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
There's friends of mine who still do things the way the cult did. They take their shoes off, okay? Mm-hmm. They feel it's healthier to do that than to bring in, whatever's on your shoes. Personally, I don't eat anything that falls on the floor. I don't lick the floor.
So you don't need to worry about it.
I really don't worry about it. But there's other people that still do things from out there. My one friend, she refuses to turn her cell phone off at night.
Why?
Because she used to take care of a family member, and in case something happened, her phone would ring. Well, sadly, her family member died about 7 years ago, and she can't not turn her phone off at night.
You know what? I can totally relate to that, because when my dad was sick and he was in the nursing home, he would call me several times a day.
Right.
Okay?
I remember that.
Remember that? And I literally would take my cell phone with me.
We actually had to stop a couple of times because he called in the middle of what we're doing, and you're
Right.
like, and I already knew all you did was hit stop, and I knew you would have to take the phone call.
Right. And so I would even take it into the bathroom with me, because he had such a difficult time calling me, like using like his fingers to actually use the phone.
Right.
That I knew that if I didn't answer it, first of all, it could be something important, but second of all, who knew when he'd be able to actually dial again or push the button, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it was like I didn't want to not answer, but he passed away about 1.5 years ago.
Correct.
And to this day, I still take my cell phone around the house with me to every room I go into, because it's so ingrained in my head that he might call and I don't want to miss it. So I can totally relate to that.
I've talked to her several times because she gripes because she gets woke up real early by people texting or calling. And I keep telling her, it's just as easy. It takes one time to start something. Just, even if you can't keep it turned, turn it off when you lay down, and even if the anxiety gets to you, turn it back on. But you at least made the attempt to try to do it. But that's not my point. My point is, things are ingrained in our heads, and it's like a splinter that's broke off so far down you just can't get to it. And anybody out there working through crap, keep on keeping on. Are you done reading their newsletter stuff?
Yeah, because the rest of it is just a bunch of scripture that frankly bored me to tears. So
really? I look back, Laura, and I often wonder how I sat through how many services, how many feasts, and just
listen to that.
Yes. And then listening to that used to grind my gears, listening to that tape over and over and over and over again. Anyway.
What do you have now?
Would you like to hear what I found on their page?
Oh, I sure do.
Okay. The Book of God, the most profoundly accurate translation of the Holy Scriptures available anywhere. Doesn't that make you want to get one?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
And how much is that?
Now, wait a minute. Here's the merit of owning this book.
Oh, okay.
The proper names are restored.
Mm-hmm.
The dates of events or writing of each book have been placed under the book title.
Oh, the exact dates. Because we know the exact
dates. They do.
I'm sure.
They're the chosen place.
That's true. Never mind. Go ahead.
But the dates are there.
Okay.
The original meaning of the inspired Hebrew scriptures has been restored. Numerous mistranslations and deceptions have been corrected. And the last selling point...
Corrected by Little Man?
editors.
With his 5th grade education?
I guess so.
Okay.
Or his plethora of elders that are, not scholars, but they pour over
They
these
claim
books.
to be.
Well, if you've been poring over interlinears and lexicons and concordances in the Bible for 10 years, wouldn't that make you an expert?
Not necessarily.
You would think. Okay, now here's their last selling point.
Oh, okay.
Margin notes and references.
Ooh.
Well, they already gave you your notes because remember I showed you in my old book?
Yeah, so you don't need to take notes.
They're already got your notes for you because in case you missed those past sermons with really important bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you know exactly what to think when you're reading this.
Okay.
So you
don't think for yourself.
Well, no, that would be dangerous for them. And do you know the best part, Laura?
What?
It's still only $49. Very high quality. See that? Very high quality, right under the $49.
And it's purple.
Well, of course, look, there's mine. Mine's green. You must have been on the green kick back then.
Yeah, must have. And then, we need to make more money. Let's make them purple.
Look, it's still only $49. Which in today's society, I guess, is a great value. But what about me 25 years ago? $50 was a shit ton of money.
Hell yeah.
For a book.
Hell yeah. It's still a ton of money now.
And Kenny, had to have 2. One for him, one for me.
Oh, because we don't, yeah.
Now, Tuesday, they put, don't forget the importance of lamp lighting. Time is short.
Lamp lighting?
Remember they had the children's lamp light services?
Oh, okay.
So they got this thing called lamp lighting now. Anybody, ex-members?
Sort of like gas lighting?
I don't know, but it's lamp lighting. And they got the little book of Little Man. And see, I tried to blow that up and it looks like a kippah, but it's got something smeared on it and it's weird looking. So, yeah, we discussed Little Man and his money.
You gotta post a picture of that, like blur his face out.
You think?
Yeah, post Little Man's money.
I can do that. I can actually do that.
Okay.
And anybody out there, we're going to be gone for 2 weeks. This is the last one.
Yes, we're not recording over Thanksgiving weekend.
Laura's too busy in life.
Oh, and like you're not.
No, I'm not.
No, my daughter will be in from college, so we're doing family stuff.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
At least your family gets along. Seriously.
We have our moments just like every family does.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, there's no... and if there is a family out there that says, oh, we get along 100% of the time, they're full of shit.
Okay.
So there you go.
Tony C. gave us a little funny here. It's a little action figure. Okay. It's the ex-boyfriend collection. And his name is Kyle. Remember we had Kyle on here before?
Yes.
Kyle has beautiful eyes and a great sense of humor. But, the next thing says?
What?
Belonged to a weird cult and would always talk about the weird cult. And eventually you realize he wasn't your boyfriend at all. He was just trying to get you to join his weird cult.
Because that's what they do.
Over the years, I've had people, think I was trying to recruit them. Why would as soon as they find out I used to be in a cult, the word used to be...
Doesn't register.
It doesn't register. I mean, maybe they think I was sent undercover into the world to try and recruit people. I don't...
Yeah, I guess the words used to be just doesn't... I think they're just focusing on the word cult.
Okay. That's not a good thing, though.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I didn't focus on the word cult. I was just like, wow, tell me more.
Tell me more.
Not because I want to join, but it's fascinating.
I still don't understand why people who are fascinated with cults don't join one.
Because we don't want to join. We know it's bullshit.
But don't you want to experience the bullshit?
No, hell no.
Why?
Why would I?
Because it interests you.
No, the stories are interesting. I don't want to participate. It's one thing to hear a story. It's another thing to participate.
Okay, I guess I'm the one that wants to participate because I went to see the Freaks in the Mud Hole Commune. And it all went downhill from there. So,
No, I do not need to participate. Stories are sufficient.
Stories,
Thank you.
stories are sufficient.
Stories are sufficient.
Okay. Yes, last week I apologized to Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I did forget to put in there that Kenny,
Mm-hmm.
not only is he a narcissist, he's also very controlling. He looks for the weaknesses, and along with mindfuckery, is probably how he was able to suck this young girl in,
Oh, I'm
along
sure.
with a ton of money. Ton of money.
You know, you make it look good.
I just can't
Make
figure
it
out
look good.
where he met her. Where would you meet a young girl like that? Unless it was
Well,
maybe it was somebody he was working for his daughter
could be,
or something.
or maybe she was working somewhere where like he went to
Dollar General.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he could have gone in there and could have been like, because these people can sniff out if somebody has a weakness.
Well, the cult takes vulnerable people.
That's what I'm saying, and they can sniff it out.
Well, Kenny's been there for what, 26 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do teach you a lot of what to look for, especially like if you were trying to draw people in, like if you lived out of state,
Right.
About listening, about being sympathetic, about offering the right pamphlets at the right time.
Make them think that you're their friend.
Yes. That you have their best interests out, which maybe you do. You want them to go to heaven. But at what point, when you know you're actually hurting people, do you stop?
I don't think they view it as hurting people, though.
But are they...
To them, what's that phrase? The ends justify the means, or the whatever.
Yeah, the end justifies the means.
So to them, I think they view it as, I want you to get to heaven. So it doesn't really... So they don't view anything that they need to do to get you there cannot be evil. Doesn't matter what it is. It cannot be evil because you're going to get to heaven. Does that make sense?
Interesting thoughts, yes. But everybody in control out in that place, I think, is just a narcissistic bastard.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm glad I got the hell out. I've been talking to a couple of my ex-member friends, and we've been trying to figure out where we can all meet up in the United States somewhere. We're just flung everywhere. So
That would be great if you guys could just meet up and...
Well, not everybody is going to meet up. There are some people who don't want to even remember being there.
I'm saying the ones that want to. I think that would be a very therapeutic thing. For those that are ready to.
I think so. I stopped in Dallas on my move up here, and I saw one of the people I used to consider one of my, best buds.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a great time catching up, and it was very therapeutic. There's a lot of people right now who are finding a voice because they've been out long enough. Again, my one friend has only been out for like 2 years, but her heart was out long before that. And it takes a while to figure out how to find that joy in life again because it's all been sucked out of you.
Well, yeah, it takes a while. If you've been beaten down for so long,
right?
It takes a while to get back up.
My one friend was telling me that it took her years to realize she didn't have to ask her husband's permission for everything. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go to the bathroom? Can I go outside?
God.
Can I use the car? Can I go grocery shopping? Is this list okay?
Wow.
But to this day, she said that sometimes the stupidest thing, is it okay if I run the dryer?
Because it was ingrained in her head.
Pops into her head. And at this point, she can laugh at it because they've been out 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of it was just there.
Second nature.
Second nature. And how do you get rid of that shit?
Time.
I don't know. I kind of think of the experience as a handful of glitter.
Mm-hmm.
I take a handful of glitter and I can, in this room, and I can throw it up in the air.
Okay.
There's glitter fucking everywhere. That's how I felt when I left the cult. There's so much cult still in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come in with the vacuum cleaner and you're like, I hate glitter. By the way, glitter is the herpes of crafting supplies. You never get rid of it.
Glitter is horrible.
It's from Satan herself to remind us we're all awesome.
Herself.
Yes. But I can come in here with the vacuum cleaner and I can spend an hour getting all the glitter, right?
Thinking you got it all.
Well, I did the best I could.
Right.
But there's still a shit ton of glitter. Whether it landed on the curtain, whether it took it over and landed on that lampshade, whether it landed on that brick inside your fireplace right here. And over the years, you go, damn, I see glitter. And you go and you pick it up and you dispose of it. But a week later, it gets less and less.
Right.
But it's still always there. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Glitter's from Satan. To remind us we're all
agree.
awesome. And I think they're stopping making glitter. They're stopping making a lot of things that are...
what are little kids going to do?
They're supposed to be making earth-friendly stuff.
Oh, okay.
And on the news last night, they're thinking about stopping all balloon releases. And you can be fined for it, but...
I heard that.
Good Lord, where do you find who released balloons? It's not like you stick your name to them. And anybody who's releasing balloons with you ain't gonna narc on you. My sister released balloons in my nephew's cemetery the other night.
I'm going to report you to the balloon police.
Oh my gosh. There are so many things in life that are so much more important. So, yeah. What else you got?
Nothing.
Why not?
Because?
Why?
What the hell kind of question's that?
I don't know. We ask all kinds of weird-ass questions here, don't we?
We do.
We said this would probably be a short one. Let me see if I got anything else in pending posts.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't start choking again.
Yeah, it was that dry spot on the back of my throat. Couldn't stop. I turned purple. I'm just going to go through pending posts here, and these relate, but Mo H, she shares a lot of stuff about coping, and a lot of charts and different things. This is how to communicate without being defensive.
Oh, very important.
Very nice chart. I'm going to approve that one. Okay. And Chris S. Okay. You're going to be fine. You always are. And Laura, I always know I will be fine. But people forget, sometimes you need to allow someone a moment to express and display their sadness and discomfort. Things are going to get better. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
But, sometimes you have to acknowledge that somebody's spirit and heart is temporarily heavy.
Yep.
And if they don't have to hide that in front of you, it goes away quicker.
Right.
So, guys, everybody grieves differently. Everybody reacts differently. Kindness. Kindness cures all, I would think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And let's see what else we got. You know how I love my fly gun?
Yes.
Okay. We got a new bug killing gun. I'm going to have to order this.
What the hell is that?
It's a rubber band mini machine gun.
So you hit the fly with a rubber band?
I don't know, but I'm going to get me one. Look, you can assemble it yourself or have it assembled for you and shipped to you. I think I will take the option of building my own rubber band machine gun.
I need to see that after you get it.
Okay. And Cassie K says, oh my God, I love this podcast. I am just on the turkey baster episode. You remember that one?
Oh, dear Lord, how could I forget that?
Turkey baster babies.
How could I forget? That's so gross and so vile.
Well, little man has too many wives and he can't service them all. So, and I often did wonder if it was little man's stuff or not. I don't know.
Oh, can we change the topic? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
She says, thank you for sharing your story. I can't believe your amazing attitude towards life after all you have been through. You guys tell it how it is and do not apologize for your realness. I really enjoy this real, raw storytelling. I listen every day with my jaw dropping. I am so happy I can keep up on the Facebook page now. See, I let her in. And some of these I keep wanting to give a shout out to, but I always forget. Like, there's people that are in that town. There are people here, people there, people everywhere. But when they tell me how they found us and stuff, it's always kind of nice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Betty Lou says, I feel like pierogies are more important than pumpkin spice. There, I said it. Fight me.
Oh, I'm not fighting you.
No, I hate pumpkin spice.
Oh, see, I love pumpkin pies and all that stuff, but I think I'd have to pick a pierogi over it.
Pierogies are awesome, man. How could you
don't
not?
get much better than a pierogi.
No, you don't. I hope everybody has pierogies with their Thanksgiving dinner.
Have an awesome Thanksgiving.
Look some stuff up. Don't forget to send us your questions, comments. Oh, I forgot the quote of the week.
Which is?
I need that. This is my drinking thumb.
God. Leave it up to you.
Well, a friend of mine smashed her thumb. And, I use that cream on mine because it hurts. So I was dabbing it on her because she's like...
Did it work?
Yeah. She needed her drinking thumb. That's the one she holds her beer with.
Oh, my God.
And it got mushed. But it wasn't broken. It just hurt really bad.
Okay.
So, anyway, guys, be kind. Send us stuff. Laura's got places to go today.
I do.
Questions. I need more questions.
Okay.
And you'll get some more stuff for next week.
I will.
Kool-Aid recipes are always welcome. Anyway, guys, it's been Deb.
And Laura.
And we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Have a great Thanksgiving and enjoy time with family and friends.
Bye.
Bye.